For the next few sums, we will require some background of inverse trigonometric functions. Now, inverse trigonometric functions is a different chapter in itself, which we will deal after this chapter or maybe after integration. But I'll just give you some basic information which will be enough to do the derivative sum of inverse trigonometric functions. Till last year, if I had a sine theta is equal to 1, I used to say sine theta is equal to sine pi by 2. Removing the sine ratio from both sides, I get theta is equal to pi by 2. An alternative way of solving sine theta is equal to 1 could be considering it to be theta is equal to sine inverse of 1. That inverse trigonometric function still gives you a pi by 2. So this was a conventional method by which I did it. Here, I still get theta is equal to pi by 2 by doing theta is equal to sine inverse 1 instead of writing sine theta is equal to sine pi by 2 and theta is equal to pi by 2. For that matter, if my tan theta is equal to 1 by root 3, what will I conventionally do? I will say tan theta is equal to tan pi by 6, theta is equal to pi by 6. No, I do theta is equal to tan inverse. I take the inverse, the tangent inverse ratio goes to the other side of 1 by root 3 and my theta is equal to pi by 6. So any normal trigonometric equation can be considered to be an inverse trigonometric equation. If the trigonometric ratio is on the left hand side, the inverse ratio is always on the right hand side. So some basic, if my functions of x are the inverse functions of the 6 basic trigonometric ratios, sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, cot inverse x, sec inverse x, cosec inverse x, their dy by dx or their differentiation formulas are given below. So if d by dx of sin x is cos x, d by dx of sin inverse x is 1 by root 1 minus x square. If derivative of a regular cos x is negative sin x, derivative of a cos inverse x is negative 1 upon root 1 minus x square. If derivative of tan x is sec square x, derivative of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square. If derivative of cot x is negative cosec square x, the derivative of cot inverse x is negative 1 by 1 plus x square. If derivative of sec x is sec x tan x, derivative of sec inverse x is 1 upon x root of x square minus 1. If derivative of cosec inverse x or cosec x is minus cosec x cot x, derivative of cosec inverse x is negative 1 by x root of x square minus 1. Some 10th and 11th trigonometric formulas, guys, which will be useful for me and you to solve the next two sums. Tan 3 theta is equal to 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Cos 2 theta can be written as 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. It can be written as 2 cos square theta minus 1. Not mentioned here, but cos 2 theta is also cos square theta minus sin square theta. Cos 2 theta is also 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Sin 2 theta can be given as 2 sin theta cos theta, which is equivalent to 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. This is a rubbed mark. So sine of bracketed 90 minus theta or sine of pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta. Cos of bracketed 90 minus theta or cos of pi by 2 minus theta is equal to sin theta. Coming to the moot point, what is the relationship between a trigonometric function and an inverse trigonometric function? Sine inverse of sin theta is just a theta. Cos inverse of the entire cos theta is theta. Tan inverse of tan theta is theta. Cosec inverse of cosec theta is equal to theta. Sec inverse of sec theta is equal to theta. Cot inverse of cot theta is equal to theta. You may not connect with this, so let us quickly see two examples of this and make a bit of sense. So for example, sine inverse of sine of say pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 60 degrees. So what is sine of 60, guys? I can write this as sine inverse under root 3 by 2. So if sine inverse 1 was pi by 2, tan inverse 1 by root 3 was pi by 6. So जो original angle था उसकी जो value होती है उसका उल्टा यानी inverse trigonometry gives the value gives me back the angle. In a regular trigonometry, the angle gives me the value. In inverse trigonometry, the value gives me back the angle. So root 3 by 2 is which angle, so to speak? It is pi by 3 or 60. So that sort of proves this formula. Sine inverse of sine theta is equal to theta. Originally I started off with sine inverse sine of pi by 3. It gave me a pi by 3. Let's take one more. tan inverse 1. Tan inverse 1 can be written as tan inverse tan pi by 4 or tan 45. I am sorry. So let's take tan inverse tan of pi by 4. What is tan of pi by 4? It is tan inverse 1. And what is 1 value? Regular trigonometry is angle to value. Inverse trigonometry is value to angle. What does 1 correspond to? Which angle does 1 correspond to when it comes to the world of tan theta? It corresponds to pi by 4. So tan inverse of tan theta is equal to theta, or sin inverse of sin theta is equal to theta. For that matter, any inverse of its own trigonometric ratio is equal to theta. So just carefully go through all of this information, guys, because I'm going to be using every bit of it in the next 2 slides.